The bottom line of the 250F class is all about horsepower. Strong, usable power often trumps handling simply because 250Fs are lighter and easier to manhandle than a 450. Honda's CRF250R has always been a great handling bike, but riders always craved more power. In the never-ending quest for more earth-churning force, Honda made a number of changes to the 2016 CRF250R engine while also revising some suspension components. Updates and changes. Visually, the 2016 CRF engine looks much the same as the 2015, but internal changes are all about higher RPMs, more power and improved reliability. A lighter piston and connecting rod allows for higher revs, while the increased compression ratio 13.5, 1:13.8:1 heightens power. An all-new cylinder head utilizes improved intake and exhaust ports, while lighter titanium exhaust valves and a new cam increase the CRF250R's ability to rev higher, with the intake valve buckets now DLC diamond-like coating to reduce friction. The new exhaust header features a resonator, designed to enhance bottom-end power, with larger muffler internals improving flow and performance. A revised airbox, with a new inner duct length, feeds the engine more efficiently. And to keep the more powerful engine cool, the CRF's left radiator has increased capacity. The 2016 CRF250R still uses Showa's separate function fork, with triple air chamber (SFF) tack, but it has been updated. As before, the air chambers are incorporated in the left leg, while the right leg is devoted to damping. Honda houses all three air chambers, inner chamber, outer chamber, balance chamber, inside the fork, which is consistent with the factory Showa fork and helps reduce the chance of impact damage to the balance chamber. Honda also switched to a new inner seal, reducing friction of the fork legs by 25%. When compared to the 2015 CRF250R Showa fork, pressure in the inner chamber, the chamber that acts as the primary spring, has been reduced to make the initial travel more plush. A third adjustment valve, Schrader valve, was added to the outer chamber so pressure can be increased to resist bottoming. Previously, only the inner chamber and balance chamber could be adjusted, while the outer chamber used to have a bleeder, so it was at atmospheric pressure. The forks are now 5 mm longer while the ride height remains the same, with the stock position of the fork tubes and the triple clamps rising 5 mm. This gives the rider more adjustment of the fork legs if they choose to change the height. As with coil spring forks, Honda recommends that most tuning be done through valving, using the rebound and compression adjusters. The air chamber pressure should be adjusted only to alter spring rate. The Showa SFF Air Support smartphone app can help determine proper air pressure settings. Out in the dirt. A lot of little revisions and tweaks can add up to a substantial change, and this is exactly what Honda's engine changes have accomplished on the CRF. The 2016 Honda CRF250R has improved power from idle all the way to the rev limiter. Last year the Honda wasn't the fastest bike in the 250F class. In fact, it was one of the slowest, but a great handling chassis helped make up for some of the missing grunt. This year riders will be much more satisfied with the Honda's engine and power character. After our day at Kyola Creek motocross track, we weren't blown away with the CRF250F's power, but still pleased it has more than last year. The ability of the 2016 CRF250R to pull nicely all the way to the rev limiter will make aggressive 250F pilots happy, and Honda succeeded in taking away that empty feeling of the 2015 engine and the higher RPMs. The 2016 engine's broader power band makes upshifting and riding a gear high much easier than it was on the 2015, even down in the lower RPM. We really like the easy-to-use engine mode select button located on the handlebars. 3 preset maps are available, with mapping selection indicated through blinks from the blue LED in the button itself. 1 blink for the standard map, 2 for a smooth map and 3 for an aggressive map. Depending on the track and the conditions, The stock Map 1, works very well, while Map 3, Aggressive, gives the engine a more aggressive and faster revving feel, but doesn't let the engine rev out quite as far. Cornering prowess is what the Honda CRF250R is known for, and thankfully that hasn't gone away in 2016. Revisions to the suspension retain the CRF's balance and, as always, the Honda remains a very easy bike to get along with, especially when the track gets rough. The CRF250R is at home railing ruts or carving a nice arc in a flat corner. Some riders feel the Honda exhibits a bit of nervousness at high speeds, but thanks to the now longer 5mm fork legs, it gives riders the option to slide the forks down in the triple clamps, increasing overall stability. Overall, the 2016 Honda has a very comfortable feel. It is plush and forgiving while still holding up well in the bigger bumps and hard landings. While we praise the Show Attack fork, the left leg that is home to all 3 air chambers had a one-off malfunction during our first day aboard the CRF250R. The balance chamber lost pressure and created a pogo stick-like fork. After refilling it, we quickly discovered it was leaking, requiring us to switch out the forks. We realized things malfunction and can break for no reason, but little mishaps like this make us miss conventional spring forks more every day. The Dunlop MX-52 works decently on the 2016 CRF, but we'd prefer MX-32 meets in every track surface minus hard-pack Blue Grove. We aren't saying to immediately rip off the stock MX-52s, but when they are worn, consider trying a set of MX-32s, as they generally improve handling. Bottom line. After just one day on the new 2016 Honda CRF250R, we are happy with the changes and like the improved overall power, especially on top. The engine has more grunt everywhere, allowing a rider to ride right up to the rev limiter or upshift and use more of the added bottom to mid grunt. In the world of air forks, the Show Attack fork works pretty well on the CRF250R chassis, better than most air forks on 450 seconds, despite its fluke failure during our testing session. It could be in part to the lightweight of the 250, but the Show Attack fork is plush while still resisting bottoming, a feature not common with most air forks. Overall, the 2016 CRF250R is an extremely likable bike with a little more get up and go than last year.